Happy Sunday to you. This is Mean Dean, and welcome to Mean Dean's Album of the Week. This week we are featuring Van Halen's debut album to celebrate the 48th anniversary of its release. Yeah, this Tuesday will be 48 years ago since the original release of this great, powerful album. Alright, so Van Halen is the debut studio album by American rock band Van Halen, released on February 10th, 1978 by Warner Brothers Records. Widely regarded as one of the greatest debut albums in rock music, the album was a major commercial success, peaking at number 19 on the Billboard Top LPs and Tape chart. It had sold more than 10 million copies in the United States, receiving a diamond certification from the Recording Industry Association of America and making it one of the best-selling albums in the country. All right, so if you're ready for some great loud rock, crank this baby up because here we go. We got side one of Van Halen's debut album. The only place you're going to hear it is exclusively here on YouTube Music Radio with Mean Dean.
night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. You got me so I can sleep at night. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, you really got me. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side. Please don't ever let me be. I only wanna be by your side. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. Got me so I can sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. You really got me. Oh no, no. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know what I'm doing. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I can't sleep at night. Girl, you really got me now. You got me so I don't know where I'm going, yeah. Oh yeah, you really got me now. Got me so I can't sleep at night. You really got me. You really got me. Oh, you really got me. Oh, oh, oh. I heard the news, baby, all about your disease. Yeah, you may have all you want, baby, but I got something you need. Oh yeah, you're talking about love. My love is right to the core. You're talking about love, just like I told you before. Yeah, before, you know you're semi-good looking in on the streets again. Oh yeah, you think you're really cooking, baby. You better find yourself a friend. My friend, you're talking about love. My love is right to the core. And you're talking about love, just like I told you before. Before. Keep talking about love. Baby, you're right into the core. Keep talking about love, just like I told you before. I've been to the edge. There I stood and looked down. You know I lost a lot of friends there, baby. I got no time to mess around. So if you want it, got to bleed, boy, baby. Yeah, got to bleed, baby. You got to bleed, baby. Got to bleed, baby. Keep talking about love. The love is running to the core. Keep talking about love, just like I told you before. Keep talking about love. Don't wanna talk We came here to entertain you, leaving here we aggravate you. Don't you know it means the same to me? Honey, I'm the one you love. Come on, baby, show your love. Hi, give it to me. I see a glow that fills this room. I see it rolling out of you. Hear your message from above. I'm telling you. Oh, show. Come on and show your love. Ah, yeah. Oh, woo. Oh, show your love, babe. Ah, yeah. Show it. Look at all these little kids taking care of the music biz. Don't their business take good care of me? Honey, I'm the one you love. Come on, baby, show your love. Hi, give it to me. I see a glow that fills this room. I see it rolling out of you. Hear your message from above. I'm telling you. Ow, show your love, babe. Ah, yeah. Ow, woo, woo. Show your love, babe. Ah, yeah. Show me. Ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-dum-bum, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-wah, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-be-doo-be-doo-wah, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-wah, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-da shoo-be-doo-wah. Come on and show me. Better show your love now.
Hey, this is Mean Dean, and you're listening to Mean Dean's Album of the Week. We just finished up side one of Van Halen's debut album. We started off side one with Running with the Devil, which featured car horns blaring, basically from the band's cars, which later Ted Templeman slowed it down and added it to the track. All right, then we heard Eruption, which was basically Eddie Van Halen's guitar solo, um, which showcased, what talented guitarist he was. And then we heard You Really Got Me, which was a Ray Davies song. It was originally recorded by the Kinks, but Van Halen did a great cover of it. Ain't Talking About Love followed that. And then the last track was I'm the One. Okay, so let's go ahead and do side two. Oh, by the way, before we do that, I want to let you know that Mean Dean's Album of the Week is exempt from the 7-song, 30-minute minimum mandate. That will resume tomorrow on our Classic Rock program. Right now, let's go and get into side two of Van Halen's debut album. And the only place you're going to hear it is right here on YouTube Music Radio with Mean Dean.
She saw the look in his eyes. She knew better. He wanted her tonight. And there was now or never. make me feel your love tonight. Then they talk about you cold when you were headed for the skies. But you were young and bold, and baby, didn't that change with a wink of your eye? Now no one's talking about those crazy days gone by. No one talks about the times you cried. A little dreamer, a little dreamer. And then they went and they voted you least likely to succeed. I had to tell them, baby, you were armed with all you need. Seems no one's talking about those crazy days gone past. Weren't they amazed when you were pitiless? You are the little dreamer. You were the little dreamer. Yeah, yeah, they talked about you cold when you were headed for the skies. But you were young and bold, and maybe didn't that change with a wink of your eye? Seems no one's talking about the crazy days gone past. Weren't they amazed when you were pitiless? You are the little dreamer. Little dreamer, yeah. Oh, yeah. A little dreamer. Little dreamer. Dedicate one to the ladies. Sometimes a babe needs something to keep you cool. Now sometimes a babe needs something to keep you cool. Better look out now, though. Dave's got something for you. Tell you what it is. I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. Oh my, I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by. See now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Hold on a second, baby. I gotta put my banana in Dixie cups. All flavors and push-ups too. I'm your ice cream man, baby. Stop me when I'm passing by. See now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Hold on one more. Well, I'm usually passing by just about 11 o'clock. I never stop, I'm usually passing by just around 11 o'clock. And if you let me cool you one time, you'll be my regular stop. Alright, boys, I'm gonna put my banana Dixie cups, all flavors and push-ups too. I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. See now all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy. Yes, I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. stop me when I'm passing by. I'm the ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. They say all my flavors guaranteed to satisfy. One time, boys, I'm the ice cream man. I'm the ice cream man. Baby, all my flavors are guaranteed to satisfy.
Hey, this is Mean Dean, and you're listening to Mean Dean's Album of the Week. We just finished up Van Halen's debut album. Started off side two with Jamie's Crying. Atomic Punk followed that. Features a great guitar riff from Eddie, of course. Feel Your Love Tonight. Little Dreamer. Ice Cream Man, which was actually a John Brim song. It was written by John Brim. And then the last track was On Fire. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Like the kids say, this album is fire. Yeah, literally. All right, so okay, I'm glad you were able to join us today for this edition of Mean Dean's Album of the Week. As you know, the album turns 48 as of this Tuesday, February 10th. Wow, amazing. Almost half a century. Join us next week when we play Rush's Moving Pictures album to celebrate the 45th anniversary of its release. All right, so until then, this is Mean Dean saying, see ya!